I'm putting a warning label because I do not want you to do this at home. I do not want you to go and find or buy knives and swords and etc. and play around with them at all. I am not a trained professional. I've had knives and swords since I was a little kid. So I've been around them for my whole entire life. And I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing with them. And I strongly suggest not to go for them unless if you have experience or you have an interest in it and your parents or you are a grown adult and you know what you're doing. So the other thing is, I don't, all my knives, all my swords, all my things like that, I am only showing them and I don't know anything more about what they are. I might know what they're called, whatever else, but honestly, that's about it. So, I have two of these guys. They're Deadpool. I'm obsessed about Deadpool. I'm labeling this video 18 plus just so kids don't watch this and get in trouble. Tighten up real quick. I go to places that sells knives and swords and I buy knives and swords and stuff like that. So, and I've been buying them since I was about 5, 6 years old. My dad walked in when I was living in my old house and he's like, "Here, Rob, have a sword, have a knife." Opened it up. It was like a multi knife. I'm like, cool. So I have about 30 to 40 plus knives and swords. I have about 5, 10 roughly, give or take. Yeah, and I do have knives all over my room. Like literally all over my room. I can tell you over here, yes. Behind me, yes. That guy's not a knife. I have a machete right here next to my bed, right there. I have another knife there, another two knives that open up. I have a ninja whip, which isn't really a knife, but yeah. Oh, and next to my bed is a box full of knives. Just full. Tons of knives. I'm not going to probably show you all of my collection, but I'll show you a majority of it, which personally is really cool. It's very, very creepy. This is another Deadpool one. They're basically all over my room. And I don't ever really show them off, but I also have other things that are knives and swords, but yeah. Let's start with. Let's start with the one behind my door. This one here, the one that everybody sees and whatever else. They are very, very, very sharp. I don't clean them enough times, but they are very sharp. You can tell I do not touch my knives very often. I wish that clock would just be quiet. There we go. Crossbow. 2 more behind the crossbow. I may say this every single time. That's my parents' clock. Once they pass away, I am destroying the clock. I am breaking it to 100 bits and pieces. And I'm also throwing it into the fire. If I don't destroy it, I'm throwing it in the fire. I personally hate that clock. I also have another one back here, which is this guy, which I don't really touch that often because it gets really, really, really uh, dirty. Should probably renew it, but they break apart into two. And I didn't cut myself, so no blood. So yeah, I have that guy. My ninja whip. It's right here. I used to practice with this guy. Uh, I have about 3, 4 machetes roughly. The one that I told you about that's behind my bed or next to my bed is right here. Sleep with this guy next to my bed all the time. Uh, This guy here is Pokemon cards. Let's see here. Look, boxes. Keeping them. Understand? Just don't mess with me. I'm also cleaning my room up just a little bit while I'm moving stuff around. Very annoying. Sorry. This guy here is another one. Want to see more after I upload this video? Comment below, because I will start pulling out my swords. I'm just showing my little bit of my knives. I'm not going to show all, but I'm going to show a little. I'm waiting for a guy to get here, and people who say they're going to do something, they don't ever do. So yeah, all right. This guy here. Not part of anything but a robe. Robe's right over. This one is another one. Sharp on both ends. Properly. Go. I personally, when I pass away, I was going to give them to my friends, but I am going to give them to my nephews because they will probably like them and respect them more than anybody else, personally. Brass knuckles, but it's also a belt buckle. So this here is a straight flush throwing cards. Got it hang up. Pulls out. Another one. Cool little designs on it. Out. Another one. Case. Another one. once I start cleaning off my shelves, I will be able to get to many, 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 many more. Many more. This is just like the big spot that I have most of my things at. Another one. This one here. There's another one. Oh, looks sharp on both sides, but it's only sharp on one. Another one. Like a lefty. I feel like I can just go like that and flick it open, but it doesn't work that way. Memories. Oh, right. Another one. They're all knives. Another one. Watch my previous video, you know why I do this. That's another one full of knives. And I'm totally sorry about doing that. I'm diabetic, so just by moving around or doing anything a little bit active, my gut's like, ugh. My doctors are amazing. Another one. Some stiffer. I'm almost through this one, but not 100%. Oh, ow. That wasn't a knife. I promise you that. It was probably a fingernail or something like that. They're wicked cruel. Another one. Another one. I also have throwing stars and throwing knives and everything else. Two of them. At one time when I was younger, I used to practice with these all the time. I have lost through some of my throwing stars, but it is what it is. This one is exactly the same like the last one, basically. This here is one of my favorites because both of these guys come out and they're like little small little knives. This here comes out too. True story. I used to play football with a bunch of guys, and they used to run around and tackle and all this stuff. 5 or 6 of them came into my room, and they basically saw my knife and sword collection, and they're like, "We will never mess with you again, Rob. We promise you that." I put it to the test. I was sitting in a hotel room on a field trip type deal, and I was making fun of this guy's girlfriend. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, tell your girlfriend says hi," and blah 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 blah. Another guy's like, "Oh yeah, me too, da da." And he's like, bam, smack him right in the arm. He's like, "Why'd you hit Rob?" Rob has really, really interesting things in his rooms, and I don't want to mess with him. Like, it's like, oh, okay. Another one. This one here, I got from a friend who found it somewhere, and well, the thing is, it's just like the other one I have, but it is damaged and broken, and I personally don't touch it because it's damaged and broken. But yeah, I won't mess with that one. Another one. This is just a work knife, but another one. These are the things I used to have fun with all the time. I thought about sharpening them to be more better, but throwing star, throwing star. I have like a lot of these. Just a ton of throwing stars. That one here is a little bit sharp, but yeah, I used to practice with these all the time. So I have more, lots more. If you like it and you're like, "Hey, show me what else you got," dude, I'll be happy to show you. I didn't even count, but those plus 12 off camera right now, plus my swords in another room. Which, if you watch my TikTok, Raf_86, you will see them in the back corner. I am a huge collector. And another box full of knives off the side here. Check to make sure that is another box. Another box full of knives, just full. have I ever cut myself with a knife or a sword? Swords? No, never. Not once in my whole entire life. But knives, on accidents, happens. And reason being is I used to go for coconuts, and coconuts, the meat is super hard to get out. So you have to cut it this way, and you have to pop it out. Oh, bad times with coconuts. I don't buy coconuts anymore. Oh, and yes, I still have all 10 fingers, no scars, nothing from that. All right, put him back, put my sword knife back, fell down here. There we go. So yeah, if you want to see more of my collection and whatever else, smash the comments, man. Just smash them. Just be like, want to see more. Share it. Heck, if I see my video out there on Facebook or on anything like that, and I'm like, oh, it's there, chances of me uploading a second video of even more things is higher up. So, yeah.